Yizkor. We enter this space and time aware that it's about memory, uncertain of how we will be in this time and space. Memory is complex. Sometimes tears of loss come pouring out at unexpected moments, and at other times we are consumed by anger at words and deeds of the people we loved, how they hurt us in life or left us too soon. There are joys in small moments and big occasions remembered, the lessons of their days that impact ours, choices we make because of them, what we do and don't do. We can't predict today or any other day what we will feel or how we've changed, or even how our views of the deceased have grown or changed. But we are here now to sit in our quiet spaces, alone, yet sitting together in community. This is Yizkor, a gift that brings us together, a gift born of the darkest days of our people, in ancient times pleading with God to remember them, a gift that may bring us into the shadows or into the light. The light changes, as do our days, but when we walk through them with a keen eye for memory, we see. We see the same things through different lenses than those who walk nearby. What one person sees as just a folded newspaper or a piece of pie, we may see as a grandfather with his daily ritual of the sports pages, or a grandmother watching the oven. What seems like an ordinary watch or pair of shoes is laden with small ritual moments or glances and conjures memories. A father's steps to the train platform, a mother's house for holiday dinner, who knows? The yellow of the wallpaper or bright blue of a dress, the loud print of a tie, they call loudly, perhaps to moments of conversation or argument, or leaving for work or a show. Opening a book to notes or an old postcard floods us with moments of the past, messages that came in the mail from uncles, aunts, and cousins, recollections, watching our loved ones sit in that comfy chair, reading books upon books, magazines after magazines. Or looking at that painting on the wall, we remember their creativity, what they could make happen with a brush or a pen. Opening the mail, finding a handwritten note, a thank you or thinking of you message brings back the hand, the fountain pen, the cursive of years ago of a dear friend. Scrolling on our phone through texts, we laugh at those jokes. You know, the ones that brought us groans in their lifetimes, the unmentionable jokes from our brothers and sisters or our old friends, even our children. A holiday meal fills us with sadness, recalling who's not in the kitchen, who's not next to us at the table. We don't see them, but as we cook with their recipes, creating those smells, chicken soup, kugel, brisket, we invite our dear ones back into the kitchen with us, or maybe the dining room, baking that heavenly birthday cake or favorite brownies for holidays and birthdays. As we set the table, polishing the silver, there's that smell that brings us back. As we fold the napkins or line up the flatware, we hear them giving us instructions when we were young. It evokes their faces, their hands. Yes, they're still with us somehow. Sitting at the table, we see them, our parents, grandparents, our siblings, our cousins, our life's partners. We see them in the faces of those gathered at the table, beautifully or maybe eerily so. As we dress for special events, we see and hear them, their counsel, wanted or not. Now, if today only we could ask them for counsel on what to wear to that event or occasion. As we perhaps put on jewelry or button cuffs on a tuxedo or tie a bow tie. We put on a scarf or a coat handed down from them. We inhale their scent. Maybe it's there, or maybe we just think it is. That perfume or aftershave. At the beginning of the day, on a walk or a run or a phone call, we feel their absence. At the end of the day, when we reach for a robe or a university sweatshirt and we tear up, remembering them sitting at the kitchen table in the morning with coffee, or perhaps later in the day cheering for a team in front of the TV, or making a cup of tea or pouring a glass of scotch, digging for the ice cream in the freezer or opening the fridge and finding that half-drunk Diet Coke or cut cantaloupe. We're sure they're there with us. We turn to the images on a bookshelf or the ones that pop up on our phones or computers or iPads. That presence in a room or a time, it's welcome sometimes, but sometimes not. Inherent may be their anger or depression too, unkind words and criticism, their devastating illness, deceit. Those come too as we look back, even if we wish them to remain in the shadows. Yet even in painful memories we see in our mind's eye, we may find wisdom and our own desire to change the story moving forward. And then we're sitting in a meeting in our office and we wonder, what would they do in this challenging moment? We see her face, we hear his voice, and we know what they would do. And then we decide, I'll do what they said, or I'll do the opposite. That expression tinged with humor, their cynicism, their sage advice, we remember it all in that quiet. Other insights come about when we're sitting on the porch on a summer night or on the beach by the waves, watching birds or butterflies, the moon or stars. Some of us on the tennis court, ski slope or golf course, or even standing fishing in the river. When we miss their easy camaraderie or their intense competitive spirit. In a bookstore or before a Scrabble board or a deck of cards, we hear them, do this, don't do that, choose this one. Yes, we remember even as we see, even as we get into the car, how we adjust the mirror or navigate the road, or how we sing with the radio, or how we listen for the backseat drivers of another time. Walking through our homes or those we were raised in, we look at a room or into a closet, and overwhelm drenches us like a great wave. We see the small clothes that our child never got to outgrow. We sift through the pictures in that box in the closet, the drawings, journals, scrapbooks, and yearbooks tucked away. So many facial expressions and hairdos and so much emotion. And then we turn to the present. We notice our siblings, our cousins, our kids, some their namesakes of the namesakes of the people we remember. We hear younger ones tell the stories as if they knew the people we miss. We tell stories, and we sit with so many images, our phones, Super 8 footage, VHS tapes. Some of those pictures speak with volume. Others are silent, but we hear the voices in our imagination. And when we walk familiar streets in the old neighborhood or a city far away that they loved, we recall silent pauses or animated conversations until we catch a glimpse of ourselves in a highly polished window, and we pause and gasp, I do look like her. I am his spitting image. As we gather in our aloneness this afternoon, the light has changed literally and metaphorically, as have our days. We remember, we smile, we cry, or we just sit. Maybe we see our loved ones as we always have. Maybe they've changed along the way, or maybe we have. Wherever we are in memory, we are here in the present, in Yizkor, in the light of this day in our lives. And in the here and now, may we be inspired to act, allowed to fall to pieces, or give ourselves permission to simply sit, to see them in our mind's eye, to remember. We pause to silently reflect on the generations.